So thank you, Reza, for having me come out here. Thank you, Amir. Thank you, white guy in the white shirt over here with the glasses. I've never met you, but I feel like someone should thank you. We got the presentation up. My name is Jason, and I am the co-founder and CEO of a company called DocStock.com. And believe it or not, my favorite subject is not documents. Needless to say, I do talk about things besides documents. What we do is it's a site where people can find and share documents, they can buy and sell them. We started the company about 3 years ago. Google recently put out a list of the 1,000 most trafficked sites on the internet, and we were number 250 on there, so it's been a cool experience so far. The company's been growing really quickly. We're based here in Southern California, office by the beach of Santa Monica. There's a good group of 20 of us working on it, and it's just been a great experience. We raised some venture money, folks that started Price Grabber, MySpace, Lower My Bills were all part of our investors. We raised $4 million for the company and just kind of trying to do one of your classic internet companies and grow it to a really large amount and provide a service that's helpful for lots of folks. So in thinking about all that, I had written a blog post some time ago called 10 Lessons Startups Can Learn from Superheroes. And I thought it'd be kind of a cool general way to start off the talk here today and go over some general things and experiences we've had, and hopefully, leave some good food for thought for all of you. So one thing that'd be helpful for me before I jump in is just to get a sense of who all's here. How many of you right now are currently running your own business, just by show of hands? And how many of you have been running your own business for more than a couple years already? Great. And how many of those businesses are doing in excess of $5 million a year in revenue? All right. So some of this stuff, needless to say, is a little bit geared towards earlier companies, but I think all of us are going to be lifelong entrepreneurs, so the lessons apply. And I think we'll always be doing new stuff within our company. So thanks for having me up here. So lesson number 1, superheroes never give up. And I think that's kind of the key of when you're starting anything new in a company. And the way that I think about this, and this is part of the conversation I was having with Reza, is often we're not successful in starting a business or getting something off the ground because we never do that thing that we said we were going to do. Right? We said that we were going to start a business, we said that we were going to start a new project, we said that we were going to try something new, and we just don't go out there and do it. And one of the biggest things is there's a lot of things you can't control in business. You can't control the macroeconomics, you can't control what's going to happen with your employees, with your competition, but you can always control the amount of effort that you put in. And that's the one thing that always levels the playing field. And I had a mantra from the time that I started DocStock that we're just going to work harder and longer than anybody else out there. And it has consequences. I mean, when I started this company, I was 165 pounds, now I'm 210. And these things come with repercussions. But the one thing I know is no one's going to work harder or longer than what we do. In that first year in the office, we regularly stayed there till 2 or 3 o'clock every morning. And just to talk about this a little bit longer, I think a lot of people ask the question when they're first starting out, what do I do or how do I do it? And I know there's another speaker here that's going to talk about what's your why. I think the book is called Always Start With Why, and I think he's the last speaker, which is perfect. That's great. And the thing that I often think about is people often ask the questions, what do I do and how do I do it? And those are the wrong questions to ask at first. The only question that's important from the beginning is what's my why? And knowing you've got to have a really big why. And does it make a difference what it is? It can be that you want to provide for your family, you want to be filthy rich, you want to give back, you want to do something that no one's ever done before, you want to make enough money so you can get laid anytime. All of the above. But things are going to get really tough. And there can be times that you want to give up. And if you don't have that really big burning why and you know what it is and you're connected to it at all the times, you're going to use the what and the how as an excuse for why you didn't do that thing you said you were going to do. So let me repeat that. If you don't have a big why and know what it is and are connected to it, you'll use the what and the how as an excuse for why you didn't do that thing that you said you were going to do. And if you got a big why, you'll always figure out the what and the how, because the answers are out there. It's just about how much intensity and drive we have to do those things that we said we were going to do. And superheroes never give up, and I don't think we should either as entrepreneurs. Number 2, superheroes always get the job done. The fact of the matter is, I look at our company the success is going to be black or white. You know, people have often told us, hey, it's great, you know, the traffic's going up, congratulations on the accolades, and I appreciate that. And for our team, it's important for us to enjoy the successes we have going along the way. But the fact of the matter is, especially for what we're doing, where we've raised a lot of money, and our success is determined by a liquidity event, selling the company or going public, and how meaningful that is for investors, it's black or white. We either sold this company and made our investors back a lot of money and provided a lot of value to a lot of people, or we didn't. And when you think of a superhero, there's no brownie points for, well, I almost saved the girl from the burning building. No, you either saved the person or you didn't. It's very objective, it's very black or white. And as entrepreneurs, I think that's how we need to think. We either got the job done or we didn't. And there's no room for gray area. Gray areas for Kafka, not for comic heroes. Superheroes are the best at what they do. So Flash is the fastest superhero around, and everyone knows it. That's his superpower. And when we're building teams and working together, what I think is the most important thing is that every single person looks at the person to the right and the left of them, and they know that they're the best at what they do. Every time I hire somebody, there's 3 criteria I say that you gotta have. The first is that we have a no asshole policy. Right? It's just too small, it's too much of a family environment. There's not room for assholes in the startup. And Kaveh got this speech when we hired him. He passed the no asshole test. Mazel tov. The second thing is that we're going to work harder than everybody else. Bottom line, number 1, superheroes never give up. And the first is that you are going to be the best at what you do. Because what I want to make sure is when Kaveh's here in the office and he's working with a front-end developer or our VP of marketing or our CTO, he knows and can trust that that person is the best at what they do. And Kaveh is the best content manager. This guy right here who is the timekeeper earned a job at our company because he worked for us as an intern for free for 4 months. We didn't even have a position for him, and I made up a title just so we could get him into the company. He was that good. Superheroes are the best at what they do. Build teams and make sure that you are the best and that your team knows what you are best for. Superheroes are crystal clear of their process. So this is what I can guarantee. I'm going to look forward to talking to as many of you as possible after this. Probably at least 3/4 of you, when we start talking there tonight, after 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to have no idea what the fuck you do. And I guarantee you that most of you have had that same experience. And when you're especially getting something new off the ground, there's no area for ambiguity or not being clear. If you can't explain your business in 10 seconds to a 5th grader and have that 5th grader understand it enough such that they could explain it to anybody else and it sounds the same, your purpose is not crystal clear enough. Right? This is Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is known as one of the cheesiest superheroes. He makes, Superman, Clark Kent, look like a, drunkard, rough, edgy guy. This is the cheese ball of superheroes. But everyone knows what Captain Marvel stands for. Doing the right thing, being a good person, always helping the underdog. And as startups, we have to be that crystal clear on our purpose. What is DocStock? It's a site where people can find and share documents, legal contracts, business forms, and it's the largest marketplace to buy and sell documents. Boom. I hope you guys all understand that. And when you're talking to other people about your company and what you're trying to do, your purpose and your mission needs to be crystal clear. And more of us make that mistake than we like to admit.